Nakakalito talaga. And it's almost surreal. Di ba? Na nangyayari ba talaga ito? Na sa ginagawa ba talaga ito ng gobyerno na ito? Mahirap isipin ba? Mahirap isipin. It's in front of the nation. They're doing this in front of every Filipino.
On broad daylight, Mayor.
Yeah, yung mga congressman naman, palakpak kami because who's going to take the blame? The president. Diba? And the president is so shameless, so wala rin.
They were very proud. All very proud.
It's so confusing nga, diba?
Diba?
Sila naman nag-allocate ng budget.
You would expect na he's talking to the congressman first. But then the congressman, standing ovation sila, nasaya sila. So, sino ba dapat talaga yung receiver ng message si President?
Kayo.
Was he talking to himself? Or was he talking to the congressman? Was he talking to the two men in his back? Sino ba talaga yung tinutukoy ni Mr. President?
Yeah, kaya ayoko lang magsabi na directly, but Magalong is talking about this. I think you should look into that guy. It's not ours. Hindi ko nang kaibigan yung mga yan. Pero you should listen to him.
He's been making this expose.
Vocal siya about dyan. Alam niya yan. Alam ng mga mayor yan at governor. Kasi yung legislatura, doon talaga galing yung pera ng yung national budget para sa mga highways, mga tulay na hindi kaya, the local government cannot spend on. Di ba? So kaya, palag talaga yan si Mayor Magalong.
Pero balik muna tayo dito, Mayor. Just a little follow-up question regarding the opening statement of Marcos Jr. because that's how he started his speech. He started with the people are dismayed and it's an efficient government, hindi maganda ang gobyerno. That's how he started his speech. And then he went on to talk about promises for the next 3 years. So it seems to me that it feels like I was listening to a first SONA actually. Kasi yung mga plano niya, sinasabi niya yung plano niya, and more on the plans and promises, less on the accomplishments.
Sasabihin niya, okay, nagawa natin yung 20 pesos na bigas. Sige, tanungin mo na lang yung mga bumibili ng bigas dyan, yung pumupunta ng palengke everyday to purchase rice. May tag 20 pesos ba talaga na bigas?
Last time I checked, wala.
Selected na.
Sila, meron. Nag-roll out sila, Mayor, and select locations nationwide. Co-ops, I think, dinaan nila sa isang cooperative.
But it's a subsidy of the government.
Yes,
it's not the actual price. It's not an actual market price.
Correct.
Ng bigas. So, ang ginawa doon, kumuha na naman sila ng pera, bumili sila ng bigas at a lower cost or at the cost, di ba, at the market price, tapos binenta ng gobyerno
20.
ng tag 20. But it doesn't mean na yung actual market price talaga ng bigas na may 20 pesos na bigas. Tinitwist kasi nila yung
Ginagawa tayong tanga. Exactly.
In other words, ginagawa tayong tanga.
Diba? Tapos yung mga tao, araw-araw nasa palengke yan. It's a subsidized program of the government. It's not the actual market price of rice. O di sige, sabihin natin, nakuha mo yung 20 bigas para lang doon sa i-confine natin sa 20 bigas na sinabi niya. Well, nagawa mo rin naman talaga. But, you know, does it really reflect kung ano yung economy natin in terms of the price of rice? You know, yung actual na mga tao na bumibili talaga ng mahirap talaga, sumasakit ulo ko pagka iniisip ko.
Sakto talaga, Mayor, because I think what the public want is to see this price, the 20 pesos, Diyan sa tindahan. No, not through Kadiwa stores or through specific location.
Hindi kasi if you really want to subsidize yung bigas, just give it to them for free. Kasi may pera naman talaga. Pero dapat selected na doon kailangan kung sino yung nangangailangan talaga. Ilibre mo na lang yan. But the actual market price, di mo talaga ma-change yan unless you improve the economy. Diba? So how do you improve the economy? Infrastructure. Magsisimula ka talaga dyan so that people can move around, comfortably and freely. So, magkakaroon ng economic stimulation. Diba? So, businesses will put up, magkakaroon ng employment, then,
People will earn.
diba? Magkakaroon ng pera yung tao. So, pag may pera yung tao, makakabili sila ng bigas, then, so ngayon, pag may demand, ang tanong dyan, may supply ba? Ang trabaho ng, for example, DA, sabihin mo, how can we, kung ako presidente, how can we lower that? So we need to have supply. The only way you can bring down the price is to have enough supply higher than the demand. Ganun mo makukuha yung 20 pesos na bigas. So, hindi yung bibili ka ng bigas from somewhere using the government's money, then, turn it into a program, tapos sasabihin mo, 20 pesos yan na bigas. That's different from the actual market price.
And it's not sustainable, Mayor.
I do not know. Hindi ko naman alam. Sobrang laki ng gobyerno natin. If you really just focus on that and spend all the money just to provide
The 20 pesos.
20 peso per kilo rice, I do not know kung sustainable ba siya. But for sure, resources and the money is scarce. Hindi yan infinite resource. So, may masasakripisyo ka talaga dyan. You have to get a portion of the budget from somewhere else to, gagawin mo yung programa na yan. So, ano yan kailangan mong may masakripisyo ka talaga dyan ang department. Ito, walang budget mo na ngayon kasi ilalagay ko sa food terminal ba? Yung nila?
Yung kwento pala dito, Mayor, is si Food Terminal Inc., which is a GOCC, no? Sila ang nag-subsidize. Tag 29 pesos per kilo talaga yung bigas, but sinubsidize nila yung 9 para 20 na lang na ibenta nila. So, gumastos tayo. Ayun nga, tama nga sabi mo, it's a subsidy.
Yeah. Nagbayad nun, tao pa rin.
Tao pa din, correct. Tax pa din yun.
Di ba yung kasi kung gusto mo talaga, sige, kung presidente ka, sabi mo, agriculture from the very start, siya yung nag-upo na
Correct.
as
Parang OIC. Acting.
OIC sa Department of Agriculture. Eh di sana, naglagay ka ng nagpagawa ka ng maraming palayan dyan, then, you tell the farmers to magtanim ng so that may supply tayo. Pag marami tayong supply ng bigas, more than the demand, then bababa yung presyo ng bigas. Pero yan, it's subsidy ng government yan. Iba yun. That's a different thing. Sinabi niya lang yun para masabi niya, nagawa namin yung But, bakit? Kanina, kayo dyan, yung nangikinig ngayon, nung pumunta kayo ng palengke kanina or nung Sunday, bakit? 20 pesos ba yung bigas na nabili niyo per kilo? Diba?
Correct.
Optics lang yan. Lagi naman ganun. Sineset up ka talaga. Isi-set up ka talaga lagi nitong administrasyon na to.
Yet, the Philippines remains to be the world's largest importer of rice. May this year, there's an article, Mayor, last May, just this year, no? Saying that the Philippines remains to be the world's largest rice importer.
Tingnan mo yung mga price sa picture.
57, 54, 56. Baka natabunan yung 20.
'Di ba? Kasi yan naman lahat ng prices na yan. Pag i-subsidize ng gobyerno, Pwede naman
Pwede
nila
talagang
gawing 20 yan.
Bright.
'Di ba? So why don't you? Sige, I'll give you a suggestion. Kung gusto mo talaga mangyari 'yon ng mga tao, I'll help you this time, BBM. Subsidize mo lahat ng presyo ng bigas na maging 20 yan. Kahit ano, kuhako ba yan, o ano ba yan. Then people will believe you. Pero gagawa ka lang ng programa for a short period of time.
One day.
Isang araw lang na binenta ka na 20 pesos per kilo na rice. Hindi yun yung... It's a program. It's a subsidy. Subsidized program yan siya na ano.
Which at the end of the day is still paid by the people.
Taxes pa rin ng tao yung nagbayad niyan sa subsidy na yan. Kasi galing sa buwis yan. Inuulol mo yung mga tao eh. Alam, di naman nila inuulol. Kasi alam naman ng mga tao talaga na wala yan.
Inuulol nila sarili nila.
Tapos sinabi mo, kaya naman pala natin for one day. For one day, kaya nila. Sige.
Di niya kasi specify nung campaign
Fairness to the diba?
na saan, paano magiging 20 kilo, basta kay 20 per kilo.
Gusto ko lang sabihin talaga, iba yung programa, tapos iba yung mararamdaman talaga na tao na pagpasok mo sa palengke, any market na may clear na policy yung government that rice prices hanggang 20 pesos lang talaga yan. It should not go above 20 pesos. So that's the time na mararamdaman ng mga tao na naging 20 pesos talaga yung bigas per kilo. Eh, alam mo yung nakita ko lang dyan na butthurt talaga sila sa 20 pesos na bigas. Akala niya kasi na parang sinisiraan siya dyan. Hindi naman talaga because you cannot really do it. So, it will take, I think, more than a 6-year term ng presidente because yun na nga, agricultural, dapat naman talaga supposedly tayo na country and why haven't you empowered the farmers dito sa sarili nating lupa sa Pilipinas enough na makapag-supply sila ng bigas. So, nandun yun dapat. Hindi yung gagawa ka ng programa just to say na nakapagbenta ka ng 20 pesos na bigas. Mahirap yun.
Right. Okay. Moving on to our next topic, Hannah, regarding the 2026 budget, may warning siya to the people listening to him that day.
Yes, Mayor. So regarding the 2026 national budget, sabi ni Marcos Jr., isasaulig niya ang any proposed general appropriations bill na hindi alinsunod sa National Expenditure Program, which should have been the opportunity sana para mabigyang linaw niya ang nangyari sa 2025 budget at kung ano ang ginawa niya tungkol dito. But he was not able to talk about the 2025 budget. Instead, he talked about the 2026.
May nakita akong comment, I cannot remember who said this, but pag binitaw niya yan, yung budget na yan, then they will reenact the 2025 budget na nung pagkapanalo ni Ping Lacson, sinabi niya yung 2025, tama ba ako?
Ping Lacson said it.
2025 budget is the most corrupt budget in Philippine history, something like that. Bagong Pilipinas to si Ping Lacson, di ba?
Yes, yun nga yun eh. He was already running for under the Bagong Pilipinas.
Siya na nagsabi most corrupt national budget. So pag na-veto ni 2025, ni Bongbong Marcos yung 2026 na proposed budget, babalik tayo sa 2025, the most corrupt national budget. So ang mangyayari niyan, standing ovation na naman yung mga congressman, di ba? Okay? Di ba nakita niyo how it is, di ba? So, ang optics niyan, he would appear to be a strong president kasi i-veto niya yung 2026 para bumalik doon sa 2025 na most corrupt national budget. Kaya magpapalakpakan talaga yung mga congressman na yan. Busog na naman. Basta,
So, tingnan natin kung talagang maghihitakbo ng budget deliberations. So, Hannah, one more point from the SONA highlights.
Yes, he also mentioned, Marcos Jr. also mentioned, Mayor, about the dumadami na daw ang mga tumataas ang timbang mula 20 years old pataas. Kaya kailangan daw ng active lifestyle. So para ma-achieve ito, kailangan palawakin ang mga paliga, zumba, fun run, fun walk. At tinahasan din niya ang mga LGU mayor na buksan at gawing maaliwalas ang mga parks at plaza park para makapag-ensayo ang mga Filipino. And he also mentioned, Mayor, na mapapatupad ng car-free Sundays. They also suggested that to the LGUs to enact car-free Sundays, which, by the way, we are also doing here in Davao City since last year. So, what are your thoughts about is
Actually, ano naman, hindi naman tayo una dyan. I think, Pasig yata ang una. Makati, Pasig, and some other LGUs do that already. So, okay naman. Tinakil niya yung health. Tama naman yung sinabi niya na to take care of your health kasi nga yung pera ng PhilHealth kinuha na nila. 'Di ba? 'Di ba? So wag kayong magkasakit kasi wala nang pera yung PhilHealth. So yun. That's how I interpret it. Pero alam mo yun, parang 'di ba nagagawa na ng mga LGU yun. Ginagawa ng Davao, hindi tayo yung first. Nakita natin yun sa ibang mga LGU. Makati, Pasig, ginawa natin because I think it's good. Tama naman yun. Pero, kaya nga, mag-ingat talaga yung mga Pilipino ngayon kasi walang budget ang PhilHealth. So, I don't know. Maybe gusto niya lang gayahin yung mga sinasabi ko dito sa Davao.
Pero he said during his SONA, Mayor, na zero billing na daw ang mga ospital. I think he also highlighted that.
Parang 3-minute response lang yan ni Torre, promise. Zero billing. Hindi yan. Wala yan. Zero billing.